The special invitee of today's program, Dr. M. Siddiq, Abu Bakr Siddiq sir, Professor of Chemistry, and my dear colleagues and student friends, a very good morning. First of all, I would like to thank HOD sir and team for giving me this wonderful opportunity to speak on Gandhi and national movement. So everybody knows that, I think, Gandhi. Second one is Bahadur Shastri. And third important thing is, this day was observed by United Nations International Women's Day. So these are the three important things. I think I don't want to take much more time. I wanted to share the weapons which used by the Gandhiji in our national movement. So how motivate the Gandhiji and how this national movement became a mass movement. So what was the situation of Indian national movement before Gandhiji? So those are the things I think I wanted to share. So in my lecture, so this is, I think, first slide which we are going to see. He was a most influential man, not only in India but also in the world. So why? Because without using any weapon, he drove the India towards freedom. So one more important thing, I think this is very important. This is very difficult thing for any leader. So he brought the whole country together, irrespective of caste and creed and everything. I think he brought the whole country together. So it is very big task nowadays. So then if you see his qualities: anti-colonist, non-violent freedom fighter, that's what we have discussed. And he believed the power of truth or satyagraha. So these are the things which led our nation towards what is that? Freedom, right? Okay. So one more thing, very important thing we have to see here. He was the first man who used the fasting scheme as a political device. So if you see present scenario, so he became a forerunner for all political leaders. So he was the first man who used the fasting scheme as a political device. So already we have discussed in the very first slide. So without using weapon, he drove the India towards freedom. So these are the weapons which he used throughout his political career, that is satyagraha, non-violence and fasting. I think if you see throughout Indian national movement, he used this weapon, last weapon, that is fasting, 18 times. 18 times. And we want to know his one more quality: he is a pure vegetarian, except one incident. I think he was a pure vegetarian. I think he wrote one book on how he used the vegetarian and all other things. I think that book explains all the what is that his vegetarian skills. That another important weapon which was used by our Indian national freedom fighter, that is self-confidence. So that is very important. That is very important for everyone. Without self-confidence, you can't do anything. So that also, I think, he used as one of the weapon, that is self-confidence, which lead to Indian freedom struggle. So if you see in 1915, okay, right. So that's what I think we have discussed very beginning. National movement prior to 1915, national movement after 1915. So before 1915, there was no question of Gandhiji. I think we know, everybody, the total national movement was divided into three parts: extremist period, right? Then moderate period, Gandhi's period. So this, I think, this is the landmark. So in 1915, I think we saw the entry of Gandhiji in our national movement. I think that's what we have discussed: truth and non-violence, which was learned from Rajatandra Rajiv Bhai. So that first weapon, that is first lesson or first weapon we used to call the truth and non-violence. So these words learned from the Raja Chandra Rajiv Bhai. Right? After that, I think he went South Africa in connection of professional work for his Muslim friend. So he practiced there the weapons like Satyagraha. First time he practiced his weapons in South Africa. Right? What is the name of the weapon? Satyagraha. So why he used that weapon? Against with racism. Racism means you know very well. Exploitation of people on the basis of color and colonial power. Right? Color under colonial power. So after that, I think we saw the entry of Gandhi. I think he traveled throughout India first. His guru, you know very well, Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Gopal Krishna Gokhale told that you go around the India. So on his, I think, according to his political guru, he toured throughout India. So, and he understands the political conditions of India. Right? I think the first important satyagraha which implemented in India in the year 1917, Champaran, right? That is Champaran Satyagraha. So that the birth of ideology, we saw non-violence. In that Champaran, what happened here? In Champaran, he met the farmers. That farmer name is Rajiv Shukla, and he asked their problems, and the same problems represented the British government. So by efforts of Gandhi, I think they have set up a committee to study the conditions of farmers. So what actually happened in Champaran? So British government forced the farmers to cultivate only indigo, that is commercial crops. But if you see in Indian agriculture, Indian agriculture is full and full, not commercialized agriculture. So Indian farmers, they used to cultivate only food crops. But instead of food crops, the British forced the Indian people, Indian farmers, to cultivate the commercial crop. Why? Because they need indigo, they need cotton. Why? Because of industrial revolution, there was a huge demand for cotton and indigo. So that is the reason why they force the people, but they are not happy. Whatever the returns, whatever the income was given by the British government, it was not sufficient. But same things, I think, refer to the Gandhi. The same Gandhi represented the problems of the Champaran people. So because of that first satyagraha, he became successful with the ideology of non-violence. Right? So this weapon changed the national movement scenario in India. So British are they are well equipped with the weapons. So already Gandhi decided that if we will go for a weapon, so we are not going to succeed in national movement. So that is the reason why I think he chose these important, what is truth, satyagraha, and on other things. Next year. So these principles, so with these principles, I think he directed the all Indian people towards freedom struggle. So he has given a right path which helped India to attain the freedom, British freedom movement for India and against the British ruler. I think he was very strict in his policies. So we're all thinking that, so I have to develop this one, this policy, this principle and that principles. But he was not like that. Gandhiji is very strict in his principles. Whatever he used to teach, first he used to follow. So what we are doing generally, we used to teach other people, but we are not going to be followed. So that is our scenario, but not like Gandhi. So Gandhiji is very strict in his principles. So that is the thing. I think he was very strict in policies. So that policy, I think he implemented three important national movement, that is non-cooperation movement, very big movement. So then civil disobedience movement, third, Quit India movement. Okay, so these satyagraha, these principles only drive the Indian people towards the freedom movement. Okay, so this. So another important, I think, movement, the Kheda movement in Ahmedabad. So this movement also became very successful. Then next year. So Champaran, Khed, so these are the movements. So with this movement, I think Gandhi became national leader for the Indian national movement. So these are the, I think we have discussed these things. I think these weapons. So Gandhi changed the national movement into mass movement. So if you see a moderate period, so in that moderate period, so Indian national movement confined only some creamed people only. So when he entered into the what is that Indian national movement, so he changed the national movement into mass movement. What is the meaning of mass movement? He used to involve all the people, all the section of people. There is no lower class, there is no higher class, there is no nothing, there is no caste, there is no creed, there is no Harijan, there is no Muslim, there is no minorities. For his aim was, he knew that without unity, without involvement of from first to top to bottom, so everybody is very, very important for the successful of national movement. So that is the reason why he made the national movement as a mass movement. So this is one of the important act which was passed by the British government in the year 1919. So with this Rowlatt Act, so without any prior intimation, so Indian people have to send to the jail without any trial also. So because of this, I think he started a first big mass movement in India. That movement is known as non-cooperation movement. So this movement, so they tried to, the British government, they wanted to crush the movement with all forces. I think we saw Chauri Chaura incident. So because of that Chauri Chaura incident, I think the movement became a violence movement. Because of that, I think Gandhiji was stopped the movement. So after that, I think he started the campaign of Satyagraha and formed a Satyagraha Sabha, whose members pledged disobey the act non-violently. Meanwhile, Gandhi suspended the movement due to the violence at some places. That's what I think Chauri Chaura in Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so suppose he stopped for temporarily national movement, but even though, so people have some confidence, even Gandhi also have some confidence that people make a peaceful sacrifices for the nation. So for the first time, people realize that we can do anything, we can sacrifice all the things for the sake of freedom struggle. That type of, I think, feeling was created by the Gandhiji with first movement, that is non-cooperation movement. Okay, so then if you see here, another important, Gandhiji mobilized the people from all over India with another important movement, that is civil disobedience movement. So that movement also called as a Salt Satyagraha, so which was started in the year 1930. So Gandhi knew that the salt was a vital important for every section of the society. So they have imposed the taxes on salt. The salt is essential for everyone. If they are rich, if they are poor, if they are Harijana or whatever, if you take. It is a very essential commodity for all the Indian people. So the British government tried to impose the tax on salt. So against that act, I think he started the movement Salt Satyagraha in the year 1930. So here, with this, I think, with this movement, so all the sections of the people, they have supported the Gandhi and they followed the Gandhi, and in that movement, so we saw the different directions of the movement, and all the people, those who are having the self-confidence. And after this, I think Gandhi, national politics, and it witnessed the three victories. I think we saw discuss Champaran and Ahmedabad and all other things. I think with this, I think Indian people inspired by the national feeling. Okay, so Gandhi's movement inspired nationalist feeling among the people, not only in India and throughout the world. The people are inspired by the Gandhi's weapon. So if you see some important things which non-cooperation movement, so people boycotted the schools, colleges, and represent the interest of the nation. So because of this, I think people have the confidence to fight against the British people. Okay, so then, right. So another important thing which we have to observe in his weapon, that is Hindu-Muslim unity. Already we have discussed that he need the support of all the sections of the people. Gandhiji know that without the support of even Muslims, without support of any other people, so it is very difficult to attain the freedom. So that is the reason I think here, so Gandhiji emphasized the unity of Hindu and Muslim. I think he got one opportunity, so that opportunity is in the name of Khilafat movement. So everybody, I think history students know that the Khilafat movement, the importance of Khilafat movement. So in Turkey, the Khalifa was considered as head of the total world Muslims. So British government removed the post of Khalifa. Because of that, I think here also we started the Khilafat movement here. So this is a golden opportunity for Gandhiji to unite the Hindu Muslims. That is the reason why I think he supported the Khilafat movement. So with that, I think he wanted to gain the support of Muslims in national movement. So that is that I think he became very successful. So in order to involve the Muslims in the freedom struggle, so Gandhiji joined the national movement with non-cooperation movement. So Gandhiji always laid stress on communal harmony. So this is very, very important need of the hour, communal harmony. He always believed. So because of that only I think he lost his life. Communal harmony. He always stressed upon the communal harmony. So he never wanted to see the communal, clashes in India. So that is the reason why I think he supported the, Khilafat movement. I think with this Khilafat movement, I think he brought all Muslims into the national movement. Okay. So with this, I think we saw the involvement of different groups of people in national movement. I think we have discussed very beginning. He brought all the sections of the people. He brought all the sections of the people together, one platform. So that's what I think he understand he know that so India is nothing but unity in diversity. So that is the reason why he wanted to gain the support of all the sections of the people. So that is the reason why I think he made national movement as a mass movement. So this is the opportunity. I think with that opportunity he became successful to bring back the all Muslims into the one platform. So before the involvement of Gandhi, the movement was just confined to the Congress dominated. That's what I think we have discussed. So before 1915, so if you see the national movement, that movement was only confined to the only creamed people and dominant people only. But here when he entered into the national movement, I think he also know that the importance of the lower class, that is Harijans, we used to call Dalit. So he also seek the support of Dalits. So that is the reason why I think he invited Dalits into the national movement. He was always spoke about the upliftment of Harijans. So if you see ancient societies, Harijans, I think we used to call Shudras. In Shudras, then some section of the people, they are away from all the respects. So he know that I think in order to uplift the Harijans, so I think he introduced many programs. I think he started one program on the name of Harijan also. That is one newspaper, that is Harijan newspaper, yeah. Then Navajivan and all other things. I think in that newspapers, if you see, I think he wrote many essays on the upliftment of, I think, Harijans, right? So in 1932, I think he started one program, that is eradication of untouchability to improve the social conditions. Why? Because they are away from the society. So if you see in ancient India up to medieval India, they are away from the society. Harijans are away from the society. They were considered as untouchables as per our Brahmanical text. I am not saying that the Rig Veda is saying like this and all other things. So they are away from that mainstream. So that is the reason why I think he started one program, that is eradication of untouchable. With that, what happened here, he gained the support of Harijans, lower class people. So this is the thing. I think after that, I think another important thing which he concentrated on, that is women. India, if you see in ancient Indian, what is that society, patriarchal Indian society, means generally head of the family was generally father. So that is the patriarchal society. But he wanted to change the society. I think here, if you see nowadays in society, so both are equal. Women also equally participated in all aspects. So recently, I think Parliament, I think passed that goal, 33% of 33% for women in all spheres of lives. So here, on the day only, he was thinking about empowerment of women, right? Empowerment of women. I think many women, I think they have participated in civil disobedience movement, and after that, I think Quit India movement and all other things. So here, so with this, I think he bring back all the women and ensure the women to participate in the the national movement. I think women took an active part in the non-cooperation movement. Not only that, in civil disobedience movement, and they also took part to prepare manufacturing khadi. So that is one of the important program of Gandhiji's. So he stressed upon, if you see the Swadeshi movement, the main important thing of Swadeshi movement is to manufacture only Swadeshi, boycott the foreign goods, and to manufacture only local goods. So that is the reason I think even women also played an important role to promote the khadi. Not only that, I think they have participated in civil disobedience movements and Quit India movement and so on. Okay, so then such Gandhiji manufacturing program which anarchy. So Anasuya Sarabhai, so she accompanied with Gandhi on his travel and took an active part in 1918 strike on textile industry in Ahmedabad. We have discussed previously. Okay, so these are the things I think. Even if you see another important lady, dynamic lady, Sarojini Naidu, and she led the raid on Dharansa salt factory during civil disobedience movement after Gandhi's arrest. So what happened here in civil disobedience movement? So Britishers arrest all important leaders. So at that time, Sarojini Naidu took part and she led the movement for up to end. So business class, another important thing here. Gandhian face also, and they also Gandhi also think about the involvement of business class in the movement. So that is the reason why I think he developed the cottage and village industries. So if you see Indian economy before British advent, especially during the period of Mughals, self-sufficient Indian economic system was there. If you see now, all the towns and cities, they used to depend upon villages at that time. Just think here. All the cities and towns are depending upon villages. The reason is self-sufficient village community was there at that time. So the rulers, they have concentrated on the development of self-sufficient. That is also one of the important weapon of our Gandhiji, Gram Swaraj. So that word comes from this only, Gram Swaraj. It means wherever you are living, so you have to produce all the things in your own villages. So that is the Gram Swaraj. So that I think here, so in order to involve the business people into the national movement, he emphasized the development of cottage and village industry. So that was that type of, I think before, if you see before advent of Britishers, India was developed country. Now we are talking about India as developing country. So when Britishers came and they have rooted out, they have destroyed everything. Now because of British rule only, I think India became a poor country. But if you see the Mughal period, and if you see in Deccan, I think Qutub Shahis. So at that time, India was called as a diamond country. The reason is 35 diamond mines were there at that time. The foreign traders, they used to come to India for receiving world famous diamonds. So that is the stature of Indian economy. So because of that, I think here he emphasized on the development of village and cotton industries. So it was these cotton industries where a rise of the people became more self-reliant. So that's how we discuss. So what is that? The people, those who are living in villages. Still today, if you see, India is no doubt we can easily say that India is majority of the Indian people are living in the villages. Their main occupation is definitely agriculture. So in order to develop the agriculture, I think here, if you develop the agriculture, if you develop the, what is that, the industries, cottage industries at village level, so automatically people will become self-reliant. So they don't want to depend upon towns and cities. But what is happening now, if you see, if you want to purchase small things, you have to depend upon towns and cities. So that is the Indian economy nowadays. But if you see that before advent of, I think, Britishers, all villages are self-sufficient. So that is, I think, Gandhiji dreamed that self and Gram Swaraj. So these things are help the Indians to less depend on the important imports from other countries and Britishers. So ultimately, it can be said that Gandhian movement helped the India to attain the freedom. So Gandhi through his non-violent method, shook the foundation of British rule and defeated the great empire. That's what I think till we are remembering he was called as a father of Indian nation. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity, sir.